is my granddad, Dave. And today he is going to teach you how to put in hinges for a kitchen cabinet door. Obviously this is not going to be a door, this is just for educational purposes, and by the end they will look like this. So these are what we're going to install. So Grandad's going to show you how to install this hinge here.
Concealed hinge.
Concealed hinge, that's exactly what I was thinking. The old boy said it.
We start 100 down, get a hinge jig.
So is this a specific hinge jig for any hinge? Or?
Yeah, you take the collar to the edge of the door. You line your pencil line up with the point on the hinge, clamp it off, and away you go.
And that jig there will only go deep enough for your hinge. It won't go all the way through.
You can set it. You set it to your depth.
So you set it to the depth of what you're cutting into.
Yeah.
But what depth have you set that tool jig at?
That came factory set.
Oh, so you haven't changed it?
I haven't changed it, no.
That's 18 mil, so what are you set at?
I'm reckoning that's about 12, 14, something like that.
You don't want to go 18 mil, because if you set it to 18 mil, you're going to go straight through the cabin.
Yeah.
So always work out
the depth
of your timber to what obviously you're screwing into. Theoretically, if you didn't have that jig, how would you cut that?
I would mark 5 mil from that edge, come from the 5 mil to the centre point of the hinge, right, the back of the hinge.
The screws are the same as the jig. If you go for a 30 mil screw, you're going to go right through. So what have you got? 10 mil screw?
13 mil.
How would you drill it out?
You buy one of those bits and just put it in a drill.
Oh, instead of having that jig?
Yeah, so it's freehand.
Oh, that's
so that goes in there like that. And then what you do, put it on the collar of the hinges so that they stay square while you drill them. If they go wonky, you've got grief.
If they go wonky, you've got grief. You heard it here first.
You don't want grief.
That jig makes it a lot easier.
It is when you're doing 100 doors. That's it, simples.
So now that's ready, literally, to hook on to what you've already got in the cabinet.
Yeah.
And you just push it, slide it in like that, push it in, and you're in. The different type of hinge on here, so you see this grey bit here, that's actually a soft close hinge. So when you shut the door, obviously it doesn't slam shut, and that's just a normal standard hinge. But that's why that grey thing's there. So when you shut the door, it hits that, and it slowly goes shut.
So you don't need them on both hinges?
It's all to do with preference.
If it's a large door.
Yes. If it's a bigger door, then obviously you're going to want two. But that is as simple as that of how to put your kitchen hinges on. So what we're going to do now, obviously we just showed you how to put the hinges in on this scrap bit of timber. So Grandad's going to put the hinges back on the door they originally come off. But the jig that Grandad uses, this one here, you can get them anywhere online. You can get them on Amazon, you can get them at most tool distribution. And that's what he was saying about setting the depth. So you see this little Allen key here, you unscrew that, slide that down, tighten it back up, and that will set the depth of how deep that's going into the timber. That little hook there is that grasp onto the bottom. Simple as that.
Right, we're ready to go back on now.
Hear that click?
That's how simple it is.
That's the click we want to be hearing.